morning. Today is Tuesday, November 7th, and last night we had a Monday night matchup between the LA Chargers and the New York Jets. And Jets, what happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. The Jets shot themselves in the foot at every single angle, twist, and turn possible. That's what happened. Boy, that offensive line was absolutely horrendous. Either they really hate Zach Wilson and they don't want to block for him, or Robert Saleh needs to seriously consider tearing up some contracts because those boys played like absolute toilet water. That's what happened. Zach Wilson has been a lightning rod of hatred and criticism since he got picked up by the Jets, but you can't put all of this one on him. Nah, this is a group effort for that team to fail on this one. That's what happened. He was 33 of 49 for 263. He didn't have any touchdowns, but he also didn't throw any interceptions either. He had a couple of turnovers, one that I can pretty much say that he shared a lot of blame in. That was one where the defender completely knocked the ball out of his hand, but that was partially because the offensive line couldn't hold the block for longer than it took the ball to travel to his hands from the center snap. That's what happened. He had another turnover where it was a pitch pass to Breece Hall, and Breece Hall just completely bobbled the pitch. And I blame that one on Breece. That was a perfectly catchable pitch. That's what happened. The fact that he was even able to throw for positive yards despite this trash performance by his offensive line is something that needs to be celebrated on his own. It was either one of two things that was happening every time he got the ball. He was either running for his life out of the pocket because his lineman didn't block, or he was getting sacked. That's what happened. Garrett Wilson, Tyler Conklin, and Xavier Gibson all did the best that they could to chip in on that 263, and you can add in Breece Hall 16 carries for 50 yards. But at the end, yards mean nothing if you ain't got the points to go with them. So nobody sniffed the end zone, and it was just kind of a rough night. The only person that was able to score for the whole night was their kicker. That's what happened. Now, on to the opposition. The Chargers offense, pretty average night for everybody. Justin Herbert, pretty mediocre night. He was 16 of 30 for 136. No touchdowns and no interceptions. Austin Eckler had 2 touchdowns to add to his collection, but he also had 14 carries for 47 yards, and he averaged 3 yards a carry. He just made it count when he was in the red zone, so congratulations for that. The biggest story of the night is Keenan Allen passing 10,000 receiving yards, but even then, he had a pretty average to mediocre night. He had 8 receptions for 77 yards, and he didn't have any touchdowns, so congratulations for the milestone, but once again, it was a mediocre night. That's what happened. The Chargers defense, though, I don't want to take any credit away from them because they played lights out. There ain't no way you should be able to go out there and sack an NFL quarterback 7 times. I believe it was either 7 or 8. I believe it was 7. But that was crazy. But I don't know if it was the fact that they were just that good or the Jets' offensive line was just that bad. I think it's a mixture of both. And when you have a bad offensive line and a defense that actually steps up and plays better than what's average for them, then, you have this kind of result. That's what happened. All in all, this is a pretty one-sided contest. It was clear in the first quarter that the Jets were just not prepared to come out and play competitive football. But I stayed and I watched because I was hoping that maybe in the second half or late in the fourth quarter, they'll end up coming back and doing something spectacular. But they continued to shoot themselves in the foot over and over and over again, and it ended up costing them in the end. So congratulations to the Chargers. You guys came out, took care of business, got it done, and now you're walking away with a win. And I think I'll end this one right there. Coming up this Thursday, we have a matchup between the Panthers and the Bears, and between the two teams, they have a combined record of 3-14. So yeah, a lot of losing going on between the two teams, but I'm gonna go ahead and watch it because somebody got to lose this one and somebody got to win this one, and it's football. So I don't care. I'm gonna watch football. I love the sport, regardless of which two teams are playing. Also, I've been getting a lot of messages to talk about different current events and things. One of the most recent ones I've got was a lot of these women are making these lists about what type of man you should date. If any of these topics are on the list, then you shouldn't be able to date the man. And all of this stemmed from that young lady that refused to go to the Cheesecake Factory with her date. So I got a video cooked up about that, and I'll be releasing that later, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. So until next time.